Folks, it is a pleasure to welcome you to this matchup. My name is Andy McNamara, and this is Access Football. Today's matchup features a couple of the league's most prominent players. To keep track, our tech team has placed an X under their display to help spot them. Either of these teams could bring home the victory today, but let's see who wants it more. The kick sails deep. That's the end of that play. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn with the throw. McGee wraps his man up. That'll go for 9 yards. Second play of the drive. Glenn on the handoff. Finds a target. Tipped away and incomplete. Third play of the drive. Glenn hands it off. And he's tackled up near the line of scrimmage. That's good for about 2. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. He makes the handoff to the left side. McGee with the tackle. That's good for 10 yards. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Glenn lets it fly. The defender can't bring him down. McGee with the tackle. Gain of 19. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Player in motion to the left. Glenn on the handoff. Makes the throw to the left side of the end zone. Tipped away and incomplete. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down. Glenn hands it off. McGee wraps his man up. That's good for 10 yards. First and 10. Go! He gives it to the runner on the right side. And Harrison got him. Gain of 13. The offense lines up on first and goal. He steps back to pass. Looking to the right. Touchdown, St. Louis. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. Hike. Martin kicks it away. And the extra point is good. And the first score of the game goes to St. Louis. Let's see what they do next. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Martin kicks it away. And down he goes. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Inside run. Stopped before he could break free. That's good for about 2. Second down. 2 yards to go. Steps into the pocket. He fakes the handoff. Tackle by Nixon. Gain of 4 on the play. Third down and short. He drops back. And he'll be pulled down immediately. That will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way up the line. Hike. Miller kicks it away. The punt will sail into the end zone for a touchback. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Steps into the pocket. He tosses one short to the sideline. Incomplete. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on second down.
Go!
Glenn lets it fly. And Harrison got him. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. Third play of the drive.
Go!
Glenn on the handoff. A flag on the play. Wilkins breaks through. It's a sack. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. This is going to be defensive holding. They'll accept the penalty. Fourth play of the drive. Penalty flag on the field. Ooh, the defender looked like he moved early. Refs are going to get him for encroachment, and they'll accept the penalty. A two tight end set for the offense.
Tonight.
Glenn with the throw. Rose with the reception. And he's hit right away and taken down. That's good for about 7 yards. Sixth play of the drive. Glenn lets it fly. He'll be tackled near the 45. Short gain of 2. Second down, 2 yards to go.
Tonight.
Left side handoff. The tackle is made. Gain of 7 on the play. That signals the end of the first quarter. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. Third down for the offense. Just 1 yard to go. Player in motion to the right. QB back to pass. Atkins with the tackle. That's good for 10 yards. First down and 10 to go. Motion left. Glenn on the handoff. Finds a target. And the pass is incomplete. Tenth play of the drive. Steps into the pocket. Makes the throw at the sideline. Penalty marker on the field. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. Don't see this very often. The offense called for pass interference. And they'll accept the penalty. 10th play of the drive.
Hike.
Glenn hands it off. Tackle made up by the 30-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play. St. Louis sets up on third down. Glenn on the handoff. And it's deflected down. Incomplete. And out comes the field goal unit.
Go!
Martin kicks it away. And it's good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Martin kicks it away. That's the end of that play. A fresh set of downs for Washington. Hand off to the right side. Nixon takes him down. Gain of 11. The offense comes in with 3 receivers. He hands it to the runner. McGee with the tackle. They'll lose 1 on the play. Washington makes their way up to the line.
Go!
He steps back to pass. He drops the ball. Pushes his way to the backfield. Sharp with the sack. That will be a loss of 5. Fourth play of the drive.
Sit hut.
Play action fake. And it's knocked away from the receiver. Incomplete. The offense sets up to punt one away. Miller kicks it away. Slides off the defender. Tackled after returning it up near the 25-yard line. This drive will begin from the 25-yard line. Glenn lets it fly. And he will be brought down by Hughes. They'll lose 1 on the play. A 2-receiver set for the offense. Glenn on the handoff. He's looking deep. Wilkins breaks through. It's a sack. A huge pickup there by the offense. 1st and 10 for the offense. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Tosses it off to the right side of the field. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Launches one deep over the middle of the field. The deep throw, it is complete. And he'll be pulled down immediately. That'll be good for a 1st down. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. He steps back to pass. He sends this one off to the left side of the end zone. And he misses the target. 6th play of the drive. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Lane rushes into the backfield. Got him for the sack. That will be a loss of 5. 3rd and goal. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Page touchdown, St. Louis. The offense sets up for the point after. Martin kicks it away. And the extra point is good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. Lining up for the kickoff. Martin kicks it away. And the tackle is made. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Right side handoff. And he is finally dragged down. Gain of 13. The defense breaks the huddle with 5 defensive backs. The receiver goes into motion. Throws one. Incomplete. The offense will operate from under center. Steps into the pocket. He tosses a floater. McGee inhales that pass. That will go for about 8 yards. 3rd down here for Washington. He steps back to pass. Harmon wraps him up, brings him down. Gain of 13. A fresh set of downs for Washington. Dropping back. He flings a pass. And he's hit right away and taken down. That'll go for about 3 yards. Washington makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. Finds a target, and it is complete. And he's immediately brought down. Gain of 20 on the play. 1st down and 10 to go. He's got a receiver up. It's a Washington touchdown. They'll opt for the single point attempt here. Here's the kick. And the extra point is good. Washington eats away at the lead a bit. The kicking team set up to boot it away. The kick is off. This drive will begin from the 25-yard line. Glenn steps back into the pocket, and he snags it. Complete to Howell, and he will be brought down by Hughes. Gain of 6 on the play. It's a Washington timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. Second down. 13 yards to go. QB back to pass. And the ball is batted down. St. Louis makes their way up to the line. Glenn on the handoff. He sees a target over the middle of the field, and he's hit right away and taken down. Gain of 8 on the play. The offense will operate from the gun. Makes the throw short over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense. Steps into the pocket. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. Third and 10. Glenn lets it fly. He'll be tackled near the 45. Gain of 5 on the play. St. Louis calling a timeout. That will be their first of the half. The punt team lines up to kick this one away. Barber with the kick. And he's tackled. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. There's a penalty flag on the field. I think they're going to get the offense for a false start, and they'll take the penalty. First down for the offense. 9 yards to go. He steps back to pass. He throws it off to the right side, and they can't connect. Incomplete pass. Washington makes their way up to the line.
Go!
He makes the throw over to the sideline. Robinson makes the reception, and he's tackled. Gain of 15. It will be St. Louis using a timeout here. They'll have just 1 remaining. Third and short for the offense.
Go!
QB back to pass. Batted down and incomplete. The offense lines up to punt.
Hike!
Miller kicks it away. Breaks away from the first defender. The tackle is made. The offense looks to get things going here on first down. Glenn lets it fly. Tackle made by Wilkins. Gain of 5 on the play. The offense will operate from the pistol set. Glenn hands it off. And down he goes. Gain of 7 on the play. It will be St. Louis using a timeout here. That's their final timeout. 4 receivers set for the offense. He makes the toss off to the right side. And he'll be brought down by the defense. Tackle made by Lane. That will do it for the second quarter. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. Here comes the kicking team. Martin kicks it away. The runner breaks free, and he's tackled here. Let's see what the offense has dialed up for the first play of this drive. Motion left. He drops back. He tosses one up near the 50. McGee inhales that pass. And Perry wraps him up for the tackle. A huge pickup there by the offense. A fresh set of downs for Washington. Handoff to Middleton. Tackle by Nixon. That will be good enough to pick up the first down. First down and 10 to go. Dropping back. Play action fake. He sends this one into the end zone. Tipped away and incomplete. Washington makes their way up to the line. Player in motion to the right. Play action fake. And the receiver just can't find the handle. 3rd and 10. Steps into the pocket, finds a target, and it's knocked away by the defense. And out comes the field goal unit. It's up. And it's good. Washington eats away at the lead a bit. Here comes the kicking team. On the kickoff. First and 10 for the offense.
Hike.
Glenn hands it off. And he will be brought down by Crawford. First down, St. Louis. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Glenn hands it off. And Harrison got him. That will go for about 8 yards. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Looking short for a target over by the sideline. Gain of 4 on the play. 4th play of the drive. Steps into the pocket. He tosses one just beyond the line of scrimmage. He'll be tackled near the 45. That will go for about 8 yards. 2nd down. 2 yards to go. Left side handoff. Lost ball on the field. And he's stopped around the 40-yard line. That will go for about 5 yards. First down and 10 to go. Glenn hands it off. Wrapped up. Tackle by Lane. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down for the offense. 14 yards to go. Glenn on the handoff. Makes the throw short over the middle. Page inhales that pass. Atkins wrestles him to the ground. That will be good for about 6. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Glenn on the handoff. He makes the throw over to the sideline. The ball is caught. Swanson with the tackle. They'll pick up a chunk of yards on that play. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Go!
Glenn lets it fly. He's wrestled down to the ground around the 15. Loss of 4. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. Hands it to the runner on the right side. And he'll be brought down up near the 5-yard line. That gets us to 3rd down. 3rd down for the offense. 13 yards to go. Glenn lets it fly. Wrapped up. Tackle by Lane. They'll pick up a couple yards here. The offense is set to try for a short field goal here. There's the kick. And it's good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. Lining up for the kickoff. He sends it off. He is picked up and brought down. First and 10. He drops back to pass, sets his feet and throws, and it's complete. And he'll step out of bounds near midfield. Gain of 11. The defense sets up in a nickel set. He drops back into the pocket. He's looking deep and makes the throw into heavy coverage. And it's deflected down. Incomplete. The offense sets up with 3 receivers. Middleton takes the handoff. And he's wrestled to the ground. They'll lose 1 on the play. The offense has not had much luck converting on 3rd downs today. He drops back to pass. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. St. Louis on top for now with a small lead. The offense lines up to punt.
Hike.
Miller kicks it away. And the kick goes out of bounds. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn lets it fly. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Harrison. Gain of 15. First and 10 for the offense. Toss to the left side. Atkins with the tackle. That's good for about 7 yards. 3rd play of the drive. He hands it to the running back. And he will be brought down by Hughes. That's good for about 7 yards. 4th play of the drive.
Hike.
Left side handoff. The defender can't bring him down. He'll be tackled near the 45. Gain of 12 on the play. Makes the handoff. And the runner is wrestled to the ground. Tackle made by Lee. That will be good for about 6. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down.
Tonight.
Glenn lets it fly. He's taken down near the 35-yard line. Gain of 13. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis.
Tonight.
Glenn hands it off. And he's brought down by Hughes. That gets us to 2nd down. St. Louis makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. Dropping back. He throws one with some air under it. Wise makes the catch. And he'll be pulled down immediately. Gain of 9 on the play. 3rd down. Just 1 yard to go. He drops back. Interception. The offense looks to get things going here on 1st down.
Hike.
Running the RPO, he decides to pull the trigger, and he misses his target. 2nd play of the drive.
Tonight.
Steps into the pocket. Flings one, and he misses the target. Washington makes their way up to the line. QB back to pass. Batted down and incomplete. Washington makes their way up to the line.
Hike.
Flings one. Interception. He's put to the turf. And the fourth down conversion comes up short. 1st and 10 for the offense. Glenn with the throw. And he'll step out around the 20. 1st down, St. Louis. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. Glenn lets it fly. McGee wraps his man up. Gain of 9 on the play.
Go.
Glenn lets it fly. And he'll be brought down up near the 5-yard line. That will be good for about 6. A fresh set of downs for St. Louis. There's a flag on the play. Ooh, somebody jumped. That's going to be a false start. And they'll accept the penalty. First and goal.
Tonight.
Glenn hands it off. And he will be brought down by Hughes. Gain of 10 on the play. The offense comes to the line on 2nd and goal. Glenn hands it off. And Harrison got him. That will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and goal. The offense comes to the line on 3rd and goal.
Hike.
Looking for a receiver in the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. The field goal team sets up for a chip shot.
Tonight.
Martin kicks it away. And it's good. That score extends St. Louis's lead a bit more. And onto the field comes the kicking team. Martin kicks it away. And he's brought to the turf. Washington getting set to start off this drive. He steps back to pass. Harmon with the tackle. Gain of 13. Washington calling a timeout. That will be their first of the half. A fresh set of downs for Washington.
Hike.
Dropping back. He makes the throw over to the right side. The pass is incomplete. Washington makes their way to the line here on 2nd down. He steps back to pass. McGee inhales that pass. And he's hit right away and taken down. Gain of 10 on the play. Timeout Washington. That will be their 2nd of the half. The defense lines up for another 3rd down. They've executed well so far here today. Deflected by the defender and incomplete. Washington makes their way up to the line.
Go!
Throws it off to the left side. McGee inhales that pass. Harmon with the tackle. Gain of 15. It's a Washington timeout. That will be their 3rd and final timeout. The defense sets up in a dime set.
Hike.
Dropping back. He throws one. Batted down and incomplete. Second and 10 for the offense.
Hike.
He steps back to pass. He makes the throw over the middle. Gilbert with the grab. And they march it in. Touchdown, Washington. The kicking team sets up for the extra point. There's the kick. And the extra point is good. Washington eats away at the lead a bit. The offense will take the kickoff conversion here. They'll start 4th and 12 from their own 28. He makes the throw over to the sideline. Gilbert with the grab. It's complete. And he's tackled right away. That's a successful kickoff conversion. It'll be first down for the offense. 4 linemen and 3 linebackers for the defense.
Hike.
Tosses it over to the sideline. Gilbert makes the catch. And he's hit right away and taken down. Gain of 9 on the play. The defense lines up in a 4-3.
Tonight.
Penalty marker on the field. Incomplete pass. We'll see if things still stand after the penalty. Holding is going to be the call. The referee caught him. They'll accept the penalty. 1st and 10 for the offense.
Go.
He drops back to pass. And the pass misses the mark. Incomplete. There looks to be a player injured down on the field. He's being helped onto the sideline. 2nd and 10 for the offense. He drops back into the pocket. Tipped away and incomplete. The defense has done well stopping the offense from converting on 3rd down so far today. Let's see what they do here. He tosses a floater, and he misses his target. Washington makes their way up to the line. He drops back into the pocket. And the tackle will be made by Perry. A nice pickup there by the offense. 1st and 10. Steps into the pocket. And down he goes. Little with the sack. They'll lose 8 on the play. The offense comes in on 2nd down.
Tonight.
The clock's going to stop with that spike. The defense has done well stopping the offense from converting on 3rd down so far today. Let's see what they do here. They break the plane. It's in. Touchdown, Washington. The kicking team sets up for the extra point.
Hike.
There's the kick. And the extra point is good. Washington takes the lead after that score. Here comes the kicking team. The kick sails deep. And he's brought to the turf. St. Louis getting set to start off this drive. Glenn steps back into the pocket. Swanson with the tackle. Gain of 16 on the play. It will be St. Louis using a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining. 1st down and 10 to go. Glenn on the handoff. And Lawson grabs it. Complete. A nice pickup there by the offense. All right, folks, that brings things to an end for us today. For everyone at Access Football, this is Andy McNamara saying goodbye until next time.